Hey yo, what's up? How's it going, Chicanos? I just want to talk a little bit about Aztlan, my point of view on just how I don't really support it. I don't push the idea of Aztlan only because the lack of understanding of how, just to start off by the Aztlan, this Aztlan flag from the new understanding of how you see it is because this used to be Mexico. So when the Chicano movement started in Texas, they made the Aztlan flag after, because this used to be Mexico, not because it's a sure fact that all this was ruled by the Mexica indigenous Mexican natives. This is just, see, this is the flag right here, the Aztlan flag. They were known, in Texas, they walked around one of the capitals or a city hall. They surrounded it back in the days, took down the American flag and put on the Aztlan flag to reclaim the land that we knew was once ours. Because if you know the story, the Mexica traveled from somewhere up north, they told the Spaniards, down south to where they found Tenochtitlan, down here in Mexico City. So, when the story was pushed, and, the story was just blown out of proportion to me, and the lack of understanding. People assume that all that was ruled by the indigenous natives known as the Mexica. But no, it's made after, the Chicana movement made it after this map because this used to be Mexico. And because we understood that, from a story, they just made it that big. So just to let people know, that is not for sure the whole landmass of what the Mexica indigenous people ruled. Aztlan, not just a myth. It's not just a myth, but it's not sure at the same time. If you follow the reading, and I understand, I went through and through what the Mexica movement talks about, and I go through what they talk about. I look it up, I read and do the understanding. So I mean, Aztlan, we don't know where Aztlan was at. This is just made after because this was Mexico, just to let people know, because some people don't understand that. They didn't know that, because lots of people fight back, well, this was Aztlan, this was Mexico. Well, to me, I don't really, this was Mexico, so, we gotta get it back. Well, it was New Spain before it was Mexico, so should a Spaniard come back and say, this was New Spain, I'm here to conquer it back? See, what we need we're over here for some Mexicans trying to fight back for Aztlan, but, we need to be fighting back for the continent. Understand that Aztlan is an unsure story. And just like I said, this Aztlan, the new flag that you see, was made after because this was Mexico. It's a not sure fact that where we were at, where Aztlan was at. It's not really a myth, but it's not a for sure where, for sure longitude, latitude, a pinpoint on the map. So some people don't know that the recent flag was made after because this was Mexico. This is the Aztlan flag. So, I mean, we need to be fighting for the continent, not Aztlan. Right here. See, because this was, indigenous peoples of this, what we know as Native Americans. This was their part of their land, and the only reason why Mexico had it was because Spain took our people, used us as puppets, as their soldiers, and came and conquered the part of this land. That's the only reason why this was Mexico. Mexican indigenous people did not come up and start the army to come and conquer. So we have to remember that Spain organized the military, and because of Spain, that's why Mexico was even up here this big. That's why the country was this big, and it only lasted what, 10 years as a country ruled by. So I mean, we gotta get over this Aztlan thing in a way too. It's so small, it's so unsure. We need to be fighting for this right here. This was, indigenous people's land of the Native Americans. We gotta remember that our people were manipulated by the Spaniards into help killing other indigenous people for the Spaniards to conquer this North America landmass, this part. And so, that's why it was Mexico, because it was New Spain. We forget, So I mean, I'm just not too fond of it. Just to put that out there, just to get people to understand a little bit, because some people, a lot of our people ain't getting this broken down. A lot of people won't follow the Mexica movement. I don't know why a lot of you guys hate on them. I mean, I support just about everything that they say. It makes sense. It's legit. I do my own critical thinking and see what they're talking about. So I mean, you guys should, really understand it. If you should take the time to understand it, and stop taking the time to just, this is what I feel like it should be. This, it's the facts, not what you feel like. So I mean, think about that. It's about it's about our continent, not about Aztlan. Aztlan is so unsure. It's so small anyways. And the Mexica movement make a good point on it. A lot of you guys don't listen to them. I don't know, hating, I guess. But so peace out. Think about what I'm saying. Hopefully I got you guys to understand. So, peace out. Stay Chicano.